Well, hello guys, and welcome to another live episode of Real Hazardous. Thanks for tuning in today. Got exciting things I'd like to talk to you guys about. So we'll get right started there, won't we? Well, actually, I'll give you a couple minutes to assemble. You know, get rolling, right? Get all adjusted. How am I looking? Yep, give it a couple seconds and we will get started with some of the reports and just some general fishing talk. See what everyone's using and liking and fishing for this time of year. Middle of summer, it's like hot and heavy fishing right now. Okay. So, quick question if you guys want to comment. You guys if you guys come in late, do you like just jump right into it or do you watch it from the beginning? Just curious. You get a
I
chance.
think you have to watch while it's going.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sister said she thinks you have to watch while it's rolling. All right, good evening, William. Thanks for tuning in. William Money. Is that your actual last name, William Money? Because if so, that's pretty cool. If not, it's still pretty catchy. What's up, Walter? Thanks for joining in today. Got people rolling in, that's good. I'm excited. It's Thursday evening, right? Fishing's just around the corner. I don't know, some of you guys might be fishing tomorrow. That's pretty cool. If not, Saturday it is. I see your comments, William. That's not, okay, that's cool. My name's not Real Hazardous, obviously. But it's funny whenever I get an email, it says, hello, Real. It's kind of a funny nickname, I guess. Well, anyways, let's get started with some reports. Sharks on the beach Saturday. Gotcha. Did you fish the King Buster Saturday on the beach, or were you just, kind of fun fishing? Ooh, Dalton, I see you're heading to the Keys for a week on Saturday. Well, that's good news because I got a guy down in the Keys right now sending me reports, and it's good news so far. In fact, I'll kind of start off with our Keys reports and let you know what's going on down there. South Carolina. Love to hear what's biting in South Carolina. But first, the Keys. So, friends down the Keys, they sent me a picture. I put it on Instagram of a nice dolphin they got. They showed me some other pictures today, and it was beautiful weather. It was like flat out there. And what they told me was, in the Keys, they said the bite's really good right now, but they said don't stop till about 800 feet of water. That's where they're starting to fish at 800 feet, and they're finding the birds. That's key. So, don't stop too early. How's it going, Robert? Thanks for joining in again. So yeah, the Keys, good fishing right now. A lot of good dolphin. I've seen some other guys too catching South Florida Channel. They've had some nice dolphin. But yeah, my friend said 800 feet of water, find the birds, and it's pretty good fishing. So the Keys should be really good. Still hearing good things. Other news, some friends went to the Gulf. Gulf is doing really well in the fishing category. Also scallops. Scallops appear to be doing good. I met a guy the other day who just went with his family, and they said they did best at around Keaton Beach. So scallops are doing good there. Wow, Walter, you're heading to the Keys for a month. That'd be pretty sweet. Should be really good. Islamorada. I'm typically in Marathon, but we'll fish those Islamorada humps, and those do really good. Marathon and Islamorada humps are both pretty good, so should be good fishing. Sounds like for my friend, they're doing really good right now too. So you have to let me know how you're doing. And my friend also said they are catching a lot on those rattle jet lures. I don't know if you guys seen some of my videos. I started using those things about a year ago. Really good. And I still pull ballyhoo, and I'll pull some other feathers, but like lately I've always had a rattle jet out, and like last year in the Keys I pulled it, and we had some good dolphin and tuna on the rattle jet. So That's what they were using, or some of what they're using, and they're being pretty effective. Okay, so Dalton and Walter are both going to the Keys. I'm not far behind you guys, okay? A few more weeks for me. Maybe you'll be down there when I'm down there. We'll see. So, Keys is doing pretty well right now. And last week we went fishing offshore. Actually, we went mostly diving and then some fishing afterwards. So I was going to let you know what I saw there. So we went south on some of the nearshore wrecks. And, this 2 weeks ago, leading up to this past weekend, we had a lot of west winds, right? And that blew a lot of dirty water offshore. So when we got to PM, it was kind of like brown tinted, not too bad. When we got in the water to dive, it was that first 15-20 feet, it was a little murky, but when we got down past it, it got clear. I was afraid there might be a thermocline, but it's not there yet. Now when we got to 30 feet, it got even cooler. Now not a full thermocline, not like freezing, but maybe 3 or 4 degrees, if I had to guess, cooler. Now 30 feet has been our hot spot on the downrigger. I don't know if you guys have been fishing in our area and have seen that. 30 feet's been a hot spot, and I think it's because of that temperature difference. We went on the bottom, and it was still pretty clear, and not a lot of flounder. A lot of times we'll see flounder. But I did see a lot of like kingfish and Spanish, which is pretty cool. I don't always get to see them diving. Normally don't get to see them because they're usually swimming all around the wreck. But on this wreck, there was bait, and all of a sudden you see the bait like duck all together at once. With like when you see like a fish chasing them. And that's what I do when they would duck. I'd look up and I'd see like a Spanish or a king darting in and out. So that was pretty cool. So we dove around that area. Conditions weren't too bad. And when my dad was on top, he actually caught some kingfish anchored up. And he had some fish. It took the line and it was just screaming. He said it screamed 200 yards, a line, and it bit through both hooks. So it was a big fish, whatever it was, either a big king or maybe a wahoo. I don't know. I don't think it was a shark because it ran too far. Same with the cuda. They don't usually run so far, and they'll usually sky on the bait. But, whatever it is, it seemed pretty big. Also, if you're in the Northeast Florida area, the kingfish bite is still really solid. King Buster was last weekend. A lot of big fish weighed. Several fish in the 40s. It was real tight, real close race. And let's see, and the fish, kingfish were real good. Now, bait was pretty easy to find Saturday. And some guys got some bait early in the week. I heard some guys catching fish along the beach early in the week. But today I heard someone went and they couldn't find pogies. They had the jig bait up. So I don't know how it's going to be this Saturday. But, it's just going to be hit or miss in the pogies. If they're there, and if they ain't, be ready to jig. So, okay, cool, Dalton. I see you were out Saturday off of Tanz. This guy caught a 60-pound wahoo. That's pretty cool. Especially, man, it'd be crazy if you're in the tournament. I don't know if they were, and they had that wahoo scream where I bet they thought they had hit the jackpot. But it's still nice to get a 60-pound wahoo. See, we got, thanks for the report, William. 100 feet, spades, kings, dolphin. It's all reported big hogfish, too. And that's in Carolina, right? Haven't fished up in Carolina. If that is, how far is 100 feet in Carolina? For us, it's about 20-ish, or like 21, 22 miles, depending on what direction. So just kind of curious what that's like up north. It seems like north and south of us, the ledge, the stream is closer. Seems about right here, this Florida-Georgia line, to where the ledge is the furthest. But yeah, so that's doing pretty good. So for this weekend, any guys fishing up here, the king bite's still super strong. It's been just phenomenal, like this whole summer. Bait has been really spotty. You be ready to jig bait. Wish I had better news, but it is what it is. So be ready to jig bait. We got a couple of tricks we're gonna try. I'll video it, see if it helps us catch bait Saturday. If so, I'll let you know. And otherwise, fishing in general. I know another guy went to the ledge, deep water last Saturday. Had some good dolphin, had some kings, tons of bottom fish. They did pretty well. So, so you guys get reports. Feel free to let us know how's it going. Also, I wanted to check with you guys. What is your favorite lures to use? I mean, talked about the C&H Rattle Jet. Really good for me. It's working for the guy in the Keys. I'm not sponsored by C&H, so they're not paying me to say that. It's just done really well. But that's one of my favorite lures lately. I mean, this past year, it's been great. So what are some of y'all's favorite lures? Now, I know when I'm wahoo fishing, I really like the Mr. Big or the Wahoo Whacker XL. And the cowbell, or they call it a cowbell. I actually use one from Mag Bay, and it's a Sincero lure. It's kind of looks like that funny circle jingle bell, but it's the Mag Bay Sincero. That was pretty hot this year too. But what about you guys? Tell me, what lures do you guys like to pull, or maybe what bait? If you're going offshore, you always have a box of squid, you always have a box of sardines. Do you always love to catch live bait first thing, whether you're in the Keys or here off Jacksonville catching pogies, or maybe you're inshore, you want a mullet, mud minnows, live crab, shrimp, whatever may be the case. Feel free to let us know. Hey Chris, so red and white deep diver works amazing for kings. That's pretty cool. Have to give that one a try. Who makes that one? What particular brand is that? Is it like a Bomber or something like that? Whichever that might be pretty cool. Lately I've been pulling an artificial lure. It's a Bomber one. Okay, Islander and C&G chuggers, maybe C&H, typo. At the ledge. That's pretty cool. Islanders, yeah, those are pretty hot too. Stretch 30, that's pretty cool. I caught a nice wahoo. I think it might have been a stretch 30. It was a big lip plug. If that's the one I'm thinking of. I had a C&H Alien at the ledge a few weeks ago, and I had a nice dolphin hitting that. I like to take my C&H lure, which is the Alien's a chugger, I'll take that chugger and I'll cut off the skirt so there's only a few inches of actual skirt. It's just the head and the skirt, and that way most of my ballyhoo's showing. I don't leave the long plastic to hang over the ballyhoo. I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose. I'd rather the ballyhoo be showing and doing its thing, and that head, man, it just causes the bubbles and waves and turbulence, and it really makes it swim good. Man stretch 25. Okay, cool. I know what you're talking about now. So yeah, that C&H lure, I really like pulling that on my outriggers. And they have another one that's pretty cool for wahoo. It's kind of got like a slight cupped head, but it's metal. It's heavy, and it's got holes in it. Jet head. That's what I'm thinking of. And that kind of concave head causes it to suck down, not to suck because it's a good lure, but to stay on the water, and rather than like popping up and kind of skipping on top, it keeps it just below it, which for wahoo I like. But for the dolphin and stuff, I like the lighter C&H plastic or the Islanders too. Okay, so other news is we got a cool underwater camera we're going to start testing. It's called the Go Fish Cam. Pretty excited about that. We were curious to see how this kind of stuff looks on the water. I'm really excited about pulling it, in front of my lures and seeing what they see. So if there's any lures like you'd like to see, like filmed underwater, um, you know, by all means let us know. We'll be happy to test it out. Like I'm excited about looking at some teasers I like to pull, squid or bowling pin teasers, or especially a dredge. You know, pretty cool. Okay, Robert, I see you catch a ton on black and purple and black jethead. That's pretty cool because like black and purple, that the rattle jet is my favorite color for that too, and obviously a good wahoo color too. I see Alan. You said which do you prefer, planers or trolling leads? So kind of depends. Like if you're talking inline, as in hooking your line up to a planer, and then you know your lure, it's all connected to that planer, like you would a trolling lead, then I prefer trolling leads because those inline planers, you can't high speed. They put a ton of drag on your line, so you gotta have the drags really tight. Now what I have is it's called a Sea Striker HS8. It's a high speed planer, and I cleat it to the boat, and then I'll take like a double snap swivel or a shower curtain ring, and I'll put a rubber band. I'll hook the ring to the main line of that planer, rubber band it to my fishing line, and let it go back. And I like that, but it can be difficult sometimes. Like you want to make sure your planer isn't bent. Like if it got dinged up or bent somewhere along travel, that could be bad because when you start high speeding, that's gonna like turn into a helicopter and it's gonna tangle up with your line and maybe other lines. Unfortunately, I have done that before, and that's no fun to untangle. But if you do get a tangle, I've found that those Cuban yo-yos are really great for wrapping up line until you can get untangled. So just another use. So yeah, I might pull an inline, or I might not inline. I'll pull that cleated planer off, and then I'll troll lead weights on all my other ones. I have not perfected the double planer on either side of my boat just yet, but I'm going to keep working on it, right? Because if one works, you know, two should be even better, right? So yeah. So with that, you know, and I'll pull the big wahoo lures, experiment with different types. I like the Mag Basin Sierra. That's been very effective, and of course the C&H. C&H came out with a new, like even bigger, what do you call it, Mr. Big. Mr. Big was a pound, and I think they've got like a 2-pound Mr. Big head. I'm really excited. I want to try one out and see how it does, right? Even bigger, right? Should catch even bigger fish, right? So, got some cool reports. Talked a little about the lures. Who's all fishing this weekend? And if so, where are you fishing at? You don't tell me your secret spots. I just mean in general. Out of Jacksonville, you going out to the ledge, you fishing for dolphin, you fishing for kingfish, bottom fishing, inshore fishing, freshwater fishing, all the above. So me personally, we are going probably along the beach again. We're going to take some guys out, I think, and we're probably going to try to do some king fishing. It's just been so good lately. I really like hitting it now while we can. You know, pretty soon it'll be snapper season. Everyone will be focused on that. And what I'd like to do too, this kind of depends on the pogie pods. If there are pogie pods, I really want to catch some tarpon out of it. They've been in there from what I've heard, and I've seen them a few weeks ago. Pretty good inside the pod. So if you want to catch a tarpon and the pogies are there, then you know get out there and get after them because they're there. You know they're with the pogies wherever they're at. But yeah, should be pretty fun. Hopefully the weather will stay good. I think it's supposed to be a little rain chance, but that's usually typical Florida. You know, it's going to storm in the afternoon. So just, you know, if that's the case, don't go too far or just be in by a certain time. Oh, sweet. Spearing. I see that, Mark. Spearing at Elton Saturday and King Sunday. That's pretty cool. Let me know how you do at Elton. I have not speared at Elton yet, and my brother really wants to go there. especially after lobster season because there's some big lobster there. But I hear there's some really good fish there too. And it's pretty deep water, but it's got to be pretty cool. What anything in particular, like, do you guys catch spear, mostly grouper? I know we catch some big beeliners, we catch some nice triggers, porgy. Are you mainly going for grouper, or are you just kind of like, hey, whatever's there, and whatever's a good fish to spear, you'll spear it? And also, do you see a ton of red snapper out there? Because I catch a ton of red snapper out there. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, that's where I'd be going for snapper season. Because man, it sure was super crazy inshore last year. Okay, so I see you got a question there, Brent. How far off the beach, or at what depth, do I troll when trolling the beach? And do you need to find structure? So, the spots I troll on the beach sometimes have structure. For example, there's the southeast hole, and then there's the red tops, and those are kind of like some sort of natural bottom. I haven't dove it, but from what I've heard, what I've seen, there's something lively on the bottom, but it's not a big structure. It's not like a wreck. You won't really see it, but what you will do is when you're trolling that area, if it's looking good, you're going to see a lot of bait marking at different spots. You're going to see stuff all over the water column. So that's what I look for when I start fishing there. Usually if it's like totally dead, then I probably won't stay too long. Now, how far are those spots? Usually a couple miles. I think Southeast Hole was like 2 or 3, probably 3 off the beach. And red tops is probably not quite as far. You know, you might be depth wise, that's probably between 40 and 50 feet. Okay, that's where you'll catch them. Now, kings can be anywhere off the beach because guys were catching kings off the pier, you know, at the end of the pier. I don't know how deep that is, if I guess 20, 30 feet. But, I mean, it's not uncommon at all to catch kings off the pier, you know, when the kings are on the beach. So, you know, I would kind of start in those areas. Just if you're kind of marking bait. I know like Nassau Sound, that's like right at the sound, right at the inlet. You know, some guys would fish the Mayport Inlet right at the inlet. So you can be close to the beach. I know the sound, you know, it's an inlet, so there's water, you know, bait going through. If you're on the beach and you see a shrimp boat, a lot of guys would wait for the shrimp boats to dump their bycatch, or even if you're trolling by them, you know, it's stirring up bait and stuff. So places like that, we would troll. So I see Mark going due east. First trip to Elton. So should be cool. Let me know how you do because I haven't been there either for diving, but it should be good. You guys diving like a Night Sharks blend, or you doing air? Because I know it gets pretty deep. If you're doing some of the deeper parts, I know it fluctuates, but just kind of curious because I know it limits your air time. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Getting excited about the keys too. Won't be long, so we're down there and great diving there as well. So let's see what else we got. One thing that'd be pretty cool is 30%. Gotcha. Thought about doing like I ran the numbers once and like I'm right at what do you call it, 130. I was like I might need to do like 28 or something. And part of me is like, well, just do air, you know, and just have to give yourself time. But I don't know if you heard the door, by the way. It's my sister's dog, old Killian. So sorry about that. Okay, the due east dive charter boat. Okay, that should be pretty cool. Pretty good group of y'all going. And if it was like just friends going out, or pretty like I've heard some of the other bigger dive boats, seen some of them going out. But it should be good. It should be pretty nice water. Hopefully no thermocline. It wasn't last week, when we went, so I think you're probably okay, especially that far out. Let's see. So other things we're gonna be trying. We got some other cool products on the way. Looking forward to trying out some swivel rod holders made by Exploding Fish. Getting pretty excited about that. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I've seen rod holders that have a swivel base where you can turn it while you're fighting the fish. This is different. This you can set it and lock it into position, at different angles. So I got some cool ideas what we're gonna be trying. I see Alan's got a comment. We'll be in the Keys 2 weeks. We're on 9th, KCB Key Colony. We'll try trolling in the humps. Okay, that would be pretty cool, man. Not too terribly far behind you. And it's good fishing. Are you going to the Keys like this weekend, or you will be in a few weeks going down for 2 weeks? Yeah, because we'll be down there in a few weeks as well. So just curious if you'll be there while we're there. But hump should be good. 13th through 28th. You going for mini season too? Because that's what we're pretty excited. We'll actually be there in some of those dates as well. Big lobster. Okay, yeah, lobster season. So that'll be pretty exciting. Always get excited about lobster season. Hopefully it'll be a good year. We went back in December for lobster in the Keys, and we did good. We've been in the Keys in December twice, and the first year we did really good on lobster. But this past year it was kind of tough, and partially because it was really windy, so it made it so murky, I couldn't hardly see. And another thing that's kind of funny, you don't think about this, that time of year, daylight's not as long. So it's like, the way the tides worked, I wanted the ocean tide coming in, but like, it would be dark pretty much. So it's either dark, like right at daylight when it's still a little darker than I like to see in those spots. So it kind of made it difficult. It's kind of funny. And in the summer, you don't think about it because it's daylight for so long. But just a little thing going on. But cool. Looking forward to that for sure. Any other questions from you guys? Any other thoughts, words of wisdom? Any news in the fishing community? Big breakthroughs. Mercury came out with a 450 outboard. You guys see that? Isn't that crazy or what? If I put 2 of those on our boat, that'd be like the same as having Trip 300s on it, which would be nice. I tried to talk my dad into Trip 300s, but couldn't get him to go for it. But we'd have an even faster boat if that was the case. Going once, going twice. Should be good. We'll be fishing this weekend. We will let you know what all we do, what all we catch. I'll try to talk with some other boats. I will post to my Facebook, or Real Hazards Facebook, Real Hazards Instagram, that morning. Like, if we find bait, I'll try to post it. Like, last week I took a little video of the spot on the beach. Said, hey, this is where the baits are. If you're in our area and you're wondering, then by all means, if you leave a little later, check that. We'll probably be on channel 72 or 8. So give us a shout. Hopefully I'll hear it. Sometimes I get busy and I'm away from the radio or running or something. Also, we got some t-shirts we're coming out with. I'm going to put a link in this video. Working on some stuff like that. Tank tops, t-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies. Let me know what you think of them. Take a look. Just the basic kind of classic logo right now. But if you guys got any thoughts, by all means, let me know. Be on the lookout for some more videos coming out. We got a lot of cool stuff in the works. So, and before we go, I see Walter had a question. Your son's looking for 2 new setups, rods and reels. Anything you recommend? Can you specifically, like, what's he going for? Like, are we talking trolling for wahoo and dolphin? Are we trolling for kingfish? Talking about bottom rods? Or are we talking about like inshore freshwater? because I'd hate to recommend a Tiagra 50 wide to a bass fisherman. That would be kind of funny, seeing someone. Ugh. And you gotta get a whole lot of jerks on that, you'll wear your arms out. Mahi, tuna, snapper, all offshore. Okay. So mahi, mahi and tuna, I generally like 30 wides or that kind of series. So if you're going like for heavy duty 30 wide, I like the Tiagra's the best personally. But if you want something that's, you know, not as flashy, lighter, and it's really, really great quality, so the internals are all the same, I would say like a TLD. You could do a TLD 25 or a TLD 30. I went with a friend and we were fishing for wahoo, and he was using TLD 25s. He put 40-pound mono on it, and they worked great. They were really strong. Caught some fish on it, so that was cool. So as far as reels go, for offshore, I generally like an all-roller guided rod. I don't really have one in particular. I just like to make sure that the roller guides are big enough, especially at the tip, to where like if I have a knot come through, it won't get hung up. Now with 30-pound or 40-pound line, or even 50, it's really not an issue. But with like some of my 80 or 100-pound top shots, and I do like a bimini twist, that knot gets kind of big. And some reels, I kind of wish I had a little bit bigger guides. And I saw you said snapper too. As far as bottom fishing reels, my favorite reel right now that we've been using for about a year and a half or so is the Fathoms, Pin Fathoms. It's a really great reel. It's kind of like the version of a TLD, but it's got a high. You can get it with high and low speed, so it's got a fast retrieve. Some guys are using them for Kingfish, which just I started experimenting with. I like them for bottom fishing too because they're a lever drag and they've got a really strong drag system. So I've got 65-pound braid on it. So I got 65-pound braid, maybe a little top shot, mono or fluoro. Got those reels, and I've got them on the pin jigging rod. The Tiger Light is the brand. Not totally convinced on that reel. I actually had one break. Company was great about it. They fixed it. You know, no issues there. Maybe it was a bad one. You know, just happened to get a bad one. Not sure. The good and the bad is those rods are so light. You know, the reel, that whole combo is just a great lightweight bottom fishing combo. That you don't wear yourself out, you can focus on finding the fish. I used to fish when I was a kid with a big rod. I think camera might have went out for lost internet connection or something. But I hope you guys do good this weekend. Good luck to everyone out there. Feel free if you want to send us any pictures you take. You know, if you're at the Keys, Carolina, wherever. If you want us to share them, let us know. We'll be happy to share them on our page. We will see you guys next time, and good luck.